So it occurred to me after I shot this video on how to install this hot water heater that I never actually got around to capturing the power installation for the new water heater. Certainly apologize for that, but you know how it is. Once you get the work done, the appetite for documenting it usually isn't there. And that is not usually the case with me. So I wanted to be clear that after installing the cables and getting the water actually into the tank, etc., what we didn't cover was power. And power is very simple. You literally just pop the top open on this silver plated piece here. This wire itself has a hot, a cold, and a ground. A black, a white wire, and a ground. The ground is usually unshielded, pure copper or green shielding. So we basically match those up with what was inside, what's underneath this plate, which you can't see now. There are coinciding wires inside of this plate. There's a hot, a cold wire, and then there's an area designated and marked for ground. Again, you can't see that because it's under this plate. So literally, that's all we did, was made those connections there, put some wire connectors on them, covered them up underneath this plate, and then proceeded over to the switch panel and where all the circuit breakers are contained, and turned the power back on to the hot water heater. And all of this power work was done only after we were able to test that water was getting in and out of this hot water heater without leaks. There were a couple of minor leaks at the connectors, connecting points here and here, which we quickly corrected by just a couple of quarters, a quarter, half-inch turn, I'll say, with the wrench, with the monkey wrench, and that's it. 2 years later, this water heater is still kicking, no problems at all. From jumping down from an 80-gallon tank to a 50-gallon tank, which I mentioned in some of the previous videos, did not have any impact at all on our water bill, on our heating bill, or our, most importantly, my family's use or supply of hot water. No impact whatsoever. So keep that in mind if you're out shopping for a replacement tank and you're at one particular capacity and you're considering going down to a lower capacity. We went from an 80-gallon tank to a 50-gallon tank, and there were no negative impacts on the bill, water or heating bill, or on the supply of hot water to the house. Also, you may want to date, write the date on the tank itself. It probably doesn't seem like it'll make much sense now, but down the road, you or whoever else is in the home who needs to replace that may want to know how long it actually lasted. So jotting down that installation date really helped save a lot of time. In my earlier videos, I basically had to gather a lot of data, do some research online, do some math just to calculate how old the tank was. And that's it. Fully installed, fully operational, no problems. 2 years later. Thank you.